Hey guys, Prank here. This is the first little mini devlog on this so-called horror game I've been talking about recently. This video may be an incy bit more serious than others, as I want to make sure I keep everything clear and not accidentally make some people believe that Freddy Fazbear will be in the game or something like that. He won't be, for those wondering. There's nothing too much right now, as I'm setting up the main mechanics and the back end of the game, mostly the uninteresting stuff, but it'll be nice for all of you to see this game slowly evolve. To start off, I made some simple player movement that lets you walk, run, crouch and slide down slopes if they're above a certain limit. In addition, I have added an interaction system to the game. This system allows for a little circle UI to pop up whenever I need it to, whether that be picking up a lantern, flipping a switch, or interacting with the world in general. This wasn't too hard to program, as I basically just render an image and move it to the position where my mouse hovers over an interactable object. Now, onto the lantern. Currently, it follows the camera and emits a light the player can use to see in dark areas, but I plan to give it a fuel mechanic, so you'll need to refuel it with some lighter fluid once it is burnt out. This is inspired by the Amnesia series, as it also uses a similar system. I also plan to have dark areas in the game that require a light to actually be accessed. Without it, you're unable to enter, even if you want to go in blind. Next is the pause menu. I've only created a pause menu once before in an old prototype game, but I'm quite proud of this new one I've made. It has some snazzy UI, impactful sounds, and some useful settings for certain users. For example, I've added a colorblind setting that filters the colors that the camera sees in order to assist those who may suffer from vast types of colorblindness. Just like the colorblind filter, there are other accessibility settings such as subtitles and disabling of certain camera motions such as view bobbing or camera shake. I want this game to be easily accessible and playable by everyone, so adding these was a big priority for me. And don't worry, as the settings are persistent and save when you press the apply button, there is also a reset settings button for those who would like to return to the default settings. I also plan to add a difficulty system that scales the intensity of play based on your chosen difficulty. The options are easy, medium, hard and gardener. You'll understand why the hardest difficulty is called gardener in the future. It'll make sense, I hope. And this is pretty much the amount that I have got done starting from the first upload on this channel. Again, a huge thanks for all the support from that first video. It blew me away at how many of you arrived, and I'd like to personally welcome you and hope to see you through to the release. And well, with that, I wish you a good one.